Welcome to the Memorizing Tarot Cards podcast, your 3-minute lessons on learning and memorizing each card using symbolism. I use the Rider Waite Tarot if you would like to view the card while you listen using your own tarot card deck or a computer. Today, we're focusing on the Queen of Swords, a figure of clarity, insight, and independence. Join us as we uncover the wisdom and assertiveness embodied by this commanding queen. First, let's start with the suit. A bit about court cards and the role of the queen. The suit of swords, represented by the sword symbol, is linked to the element of air. This suit concerns the mind, including communication, thoughts, and decisions. It's about the intangible processes of thinking and our interactions with others through words and ideas. The court cards show us aspects of ourselves or others in our lives. They embody personalities, characteristics, and stages of personal development. The queen represents a patient, stable, and successful person of any gender. It can also represent a situation benefiting from those supportive traits. Putting it together, the Queen of Swords represents intellectual sharpness and emotional clarity. This queen is known for direct communication, independence, and the ability to see through deception. Next, let's explore the symbolism further to help you memorize the meaning of this card when you see it. In the Rider Waite deck, the Queen of Swords is sitting on her throne, sword in one hand and her other hand extended, as if she's inviting a challenge or calling forth truth. The throne often appears adorned with butterflies and cherub carvings, symbols of transformation and the mind, respectively. The clear sky behind the queen symbolizes unclouded judgment. The sword held upright represents the ability to use intellect and communication skills to cut through ambiguity and encourage honest dialogue. The Queen of Swords does not directly correspond to a specific zodiac sign in astrology. Influenced by the air element, it rules over mental and communicative activities typically associated with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This element underscores the mental process and the need for clear thinking to navigate out of stressful situations. Now that we have covered the basics, symbolism, and even a bit of astrology, how do we apply this knowledge to a reading? When the Queen of Swords appears in a tarot reading, it often represents a person who is articulate, wise, and capable of clearly seeing the truth of a situation. The Queen of Swords can also suggest that the querent should adopt the traits of clarity of thought, independence in judgment, and straightforwardness in relationships. If you looked solely at this card, you would take its meaning and apply it to the meaning of the position in the spread. For example, in the present position, the querent may be tackling a situation in their life methodically and with logic and uncovering hidden truths along the way. They may be on a new project at work or researching how to hire someone to build a house. It could be anything, but it is being researched and executed with knowledge methodically. In the future position, the Queen of Swords may show that a situation will eventually need someone to take the reins that can help execute with logic and experience. A person will appear to help guide you with support or advice, or you may be the person who switches tactics from passion to logic. How did I memorize the Queen of Swords? Instead of memorizing the card, I memorized the symbols and put them together. The most significant clues were the swords, which represent logic and intellect, and the queen, who represents stability and health. When memorizing court cards, think of someone you know who fits that persona. For the Queen of Swords, I think of a boss who influenced my career. Her name was Maureen, and I worked with her at a newspaper when I was about 24 years old. I was a junior administrative assistant, and she was an executive assistant. She was someone who broke a lot of my limiting beliefs about my career, and even about my personal life. Based on conversations with her, I bought my first home that year, which resulted from discussions with her. She owned a few rental properties. She also showed me that the glass ceiling for admin assistants was not to be an executive assistant. I watched her become the publisher of a sister newspaper through hard work and learning the business. Think of yourself or someone you know who consistently shows up as the voice of reason for people in their lives. This person will always give you a reasonable and direct answer to your question. That is how the Queen of Swords vibes. Of course, keep practicing tarot. As you listen to these 3-minute lessons, you will consistently remember the symbolism that applies across different cards in the deck. Thank you for listening. Join us for more 3-minute lessons to memorize more cards.